Good evening. My camera has just decided to go all weird and not stay where it's supposed to. So, today, just finished my rant. So I have about Beauty Bay, but I just wanted to start off by saying I'm not affiliated by any of the products that I use. I've not been given anything or have affiliate links or anything like that. This is just purely on what I have adapted over the years through different ways of eating, also training, and my own health, mental and physical health. So, first of all, I wanted to start with what I use in training. So, in training, I use these are the supplements I actually use for training. I use cod liver oil, magnesium, and potassium, but I use two different types of magnesium. One's a slow release and one is not. And again, this is to help me with lactic acid build-up that you actually get in your calves from training, which I still get even though I'm not keto. So I take these two and this one as well. This one's from Amazon, and the rest are usually from My Vitamins and a couple from bulk. So these are my training ones. So the magnesium, potassium, and the vitamin D3 again is very, very good, especially if you don't go outside like myself, because you don't get vitamin D from the sun. But having lupus, you do not want to go out in UV at all. You literally burst into flames. I'm the golf that kind of go outside. Inside joke. I'm not allergic to the sun. It just does very, very bad things. It does the exact opposite. Anyway. So vitamin D3 is very, very good. Again, it's good for your immune system and things like that as well. A lot of people have issues with not getting enough vitamin D, so they have a lot of problems with their health. And it's usually something stupid like you're missing a vitamin. So I take that too. I also take omega-3 plus. If I can get that in the shot. Again, I take my fish oils and my oils for my joints. So it's not the older you get, the more things you have to take, put it that way. I also take this, which is an amino acid, and when you're training, there's certain amino acids that you can't produce yourself, or you don't produce enough of them. So I take this. I also used to take this during keto as well, because it's apparently good to kickstart your kind of fat loss. Apparently, I don't take it for that. I take it for obviously training purposes. So we have, these are the main ones that I take. Like I said, it's cod liver oil, omega-3, liquid, L-carnitine, amino acid, potassium, magnesium, citrate and magnesium oxide, and vitamin D3. These are for training. Now, for when I'm actually having, I absolutely love this. I can't actually drink, on keto I couldn't drink cherry juice. Now, cherry juice has high in antioxidants and high anti-inflammatory properties. And this is actually a supplement version that I get from Helllllooo and Welcome. And Helllllooo and Welcome, again, if you have 10 of them, you get the 10 free, I think. So buying a pack, so you can get it on subscription. Just two little things help, really, really help with inflammation, especially if you're doing the big days of leg day and arm day, whatever. It really does make a difference. If you can drink the cherry juice, if that's in your macros, then I would have that too. Arnie drinks it as well. He drinks a lot of cherry juice as well. This is my pre-workout gummies I decided to take. I'm not really good with the pre-workouts that have high caffeine. I do drink coffee, but the feeling and the effects it has in my heart, I don't like it. I don't like feeling that way. It's not a nice feeling for myself. The stimulant, no, just not me. These you can have, what? So you usually have up to 4 a day. So I tend to have 2 before I start my day. I jumpstart on everything else, and then I have 2 just before I train. So these are from My Vitamins, and they're blueberry flavour, and mine were in the shed. So when they came out, the shed, they tasted like the texture of a fruit pastel, like brown cheese fruit pastels. They were really delicious. But these are, again, there is sugar in them, glucose syrup, sucrose, beef gelatin, and it's got sorbitol and stevia. Not as clean as I would like. Again, I'm not keto, but it's still an option because it's getting you everything that you need. And I also now, I was taking a creatine powder in my drink to absorb, because it's L-glutamine and creatine in with my all-in-one ways, the clear all-in-one ways. I was not feeling the hit from it at all. So creatine here, again, you can take up to 6 of these, and again, on non-training days, I take 3 because my body is still repairing from a training day, and I really, really like these too. And these are lemon, these are nice as well. So that's my training ones. And for my training snack, also, I got these. I only managed to get a little packet of these. These are just like when I'm out, and I rarely go out, and I'm maybe not had enough protein, I can have this pack, or half this pack, and it gets me 10 grams of protein. And these are peach flavour. So what do I eat to stay on track? Well, I absolutely, again, I love these. You'll see these on my Instagram quite a lot. And Fulfill, I actually couldn't find a product like this that tasted similar to a chocolate bar. I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but I felt that protein bars taste absolutely disgusting. They don't taste nice. They taste like they tasted like shitty. They taste like, I can imagine what cardboard would taste like, and they're trying to make you oh yes, this is definitely like a Mars bar. No, it's not, mate. No, it's not. So yeah, I really like this one. This is the chocolate caramel flavour, but I also like the green one, which is the salted caramel one. Between those two, these are my favourite, and I get them by the box on Amazon. Or the Muscle Food salted caramel and the orange one. They are delicious. Really, really delicious. Ate them constantly through lockdown. Didn't feel like I was having a protein bar. It just felt like a chocolate bar. So that was really good. And again, 20 grams of protein for that bar. Again, if you're running low on your protein, or you can't manage to eat another piece of meat or any sort of high protein savoury thing, you can have something like this, which is pretty good. So you get 20 grams from that, and this one is chocolate orange cookie, and again, these are really, really nice. They're dense, but there's still like a softness about them. I can't eat more than one of these. I actually almost cry eating a full one because they are so dense, but it's 28 grams of protein. Now these are absolutely delicious if I'm not dropping them all over the place. These right here, I'll just bring these on. This one's my favourite, actually. You can tell because there's hardly any in the packet. But this is chocolate protein bites, white chocolate. And these kind of remind me, if you can remember, Nestle White Crunch bars. Again, for a 50 gram serving, you're looking at 268 calories and 16 grams of protein. So can't go wrong there. Again, there's some few maybe questionable ingredients that I wouldn't actually choose pre-keto carnivore, but again, I'm not that anymore. I'm just very aware and super aware of sweeteners and what they actually do and what types of ones that actually do. All those years of research because of keto. So yeah, so these are, I'll take a bit out. These are open so you can see them. They smell redonkulously good. And I had to be careful because I still get allergies to certain foods that I've not eaten. And these just, oh, they smell so good. So 50 grams of these. And they literally are like a Nestle Crunch. The brown ones, like just the milk chocolate ones, they don't remind me really of anything. But the white chocolate ones are my favourite, and that usually are the ones that are sold out. They don't taste like cookies and cream, thank fuck, because I hate cookies and cream flavoured things, but they remind me of Nestle Crunch that you used to get in the vending machines at school. Many moons ago. So for moving on, since that was my snacks, and also I make my own protein snacks. I make walnut, cashew and date bars, and I have them with cocoa powder. Sometimes I have them with cashew butter or almond butter. I don't like peanut butter, I hate it. Ugh, it's minging. Each their own if you like it, absolutely despise it. I have sometimes use, if I don't know if I've got one in here, do I? Yeah, I do. In the cupboard, hopefully I don't start bit. So this is another thing that I like to use, like these. Probably see them, there's lots of people who use them. The skinny jam I have on rice cakes, because again it's 7 calories a serving and it's low sugar, fat free, gluten free, and the jam's delicious. I mix it with raspberry, so I have, is it 30 grams? No, 20. I have like 10 grams of this flavour and 10 grams of raspberry. They also do a cherry one, which is redonkulous, that I can only get on the Amazon site, not on Skinny itself, which I've noticed. And this is divine. I've got to be careful with this stuff because it's literally like liquid crack to me. So the chocoholic spread, didn't really like this shit growing up, but again, on a rice cake or on some toast, because I use the Danish Warburtons, which is lighter, which is pretty good. I like this. But when I'm making my bars, I like to drizzle some of this on, just a little, or I can put it on top and then put them in the fridge and they kind of look like bars. So it's always good. And when you're making your own protein bars again and your protein snacks, you know exactly what's going into them. So if you have the time and can be asked, make your own. Plenty of recipes out there. Plenty. The other wee snacky snack that I absolutely love, hopefully you can still hear me, snacks that I like are these, which is just like a good wee thing to have in like your bag. Again, if you go out, just have a wee snack like this. And again, this is a 40-gram bag and it has 4 grams of protein in it, which is not that bad. And it's 201 calories for this bag. As you know, nuts are very, very fattening. But these are redonkulously good. Do not get the malt ones. They apparently taste like Maltesers. No, they don't. No, they do not. These, however, chocoholic drops, I measure these out because I would eat the whole bag, right? They kind of remind me of a chocolate bar that Iceland used to do. It was called the Beanie Bar. Basically fake Smarties in a chocolate bar, and the Smarties tasted exactly like these little drops right here. You get quite a good amount for 22 grams. Yeah, 22 grams serving, 86 calories. And it has 1.1 grams of protein, but that's not why we eat them. It's a good substitute. Even if you ate the whole bloody packet, you would still be way less than eating, you know, Smarties. Again, I couldn't eat the whole packet anyway, even if I think I've managed 44 grams, which is 2 portions, and then I was absolutely beat. So yeah, they're really, really good. I've tasted the cookies as well, but I didn't like them. I thought they tasted disgusting. Some people are saying that the coconut ones are better. And these are another thing for people who may not, like, if you still like a sweet coffee or tea, or even adding this to oats. I think it's is it Louise's Journey 2.0, who I follow on Instagram and also on here on YouTube, and she uses these too. Literally just keep them in your bag for your own coffee. And this is another one that I really, really like. Again, keto days. This is Exante, which is a water enhancer, and I use these in the summertime mostly. It smells exactly like Kyora's orange and pineapple diluting juice squash that was out in like late 80s and 90s. It smells amazing, and again, having that with some water and some ice encourages you to drink more and get however many litres or gallon or whatever you drink, no matter where you are. So these are always about in my house. I used to love Stir. Stir was my favourite, wild cherry and blueberry. Oh my god, they're delicious. But again, there was a stevia shortage during the apocalypse, and majority of the stevia came from China, so we don't get as many of that anymore. So maybe actually check after the new year, see if they actually have started doing it, because the cherry is absolutely dauntless. I could literally add a subscription for them. They were so good. So that's if you have issues with water. Little water enhancers are amazing to have on a standby, and again, no sugar in them, and they taste delicious. So anyway, to get your water up, so we've did training, snacks, Right, so the next one was my skin. Yes, for my skin, I take, well, these 4. I take vitamin E, obviously. It's really good to start from any age. Retinol, hyaluronic acid, and I take the little jelly, the gummies from that range too. I got the limited edition ones that were peach flavoured and they were so good. Didn't feel like I was eating a supplement, but hey, these are okay though. I suppose they don't have the same texture. The other ones are 2 layered ones and they kind of taste like a sweetie. These ones don't. Not a way to encourage people to eat sweeties by eating their vitamins like sweeties, but hey. But I take these anyway as an additional. But I take hyaluronic acid because again, when I actually put it on my skin, I've noticed that it causes a lot of flares. So that's why I take it in a pill form. Retinol and stuff. So for overall health, I take vitamin C plus. I take a women's supplement again because we have different needs. Oh, chucking shit all over the place. And I take iron folic acid. Again, I have issues with iron deficiencies and things like that. And folic acid is all round good for you. So because I'm older than some may think when you eventually do see me, because I'm still, like, I've got an infection in my jaw. I just don't really want to put makeup on an area that hurts like fuck by the moment. I take certain things to do with my age and my sex and health, etc. Having issues with brain fog. There's a few missing supplements because they've been sold out for months from my vitamins, and no matter how many times you email them to ask, they don't have a bloody Scooby-Doo. So I take a hormone balance because I had issues with my hormones after coming off the contraceptive pill for many, many years. That was totally soul destroying and destroying my life. So when I came off of that, hormone imbalance, so I did a lot of research, started taking this and feel much, much better. Milk thistle, again, is really good for your cognitive function, which is like your brain and being forgetful and stuff like that. Again, I have a condition that plagues my brain sometimes, so it can be very, very difficult to keep concentration. And I was taking coenzyme Q10 for my skin and all-round health and for brain cognitivity as well. But again, it's been sold out for ages. So between this and the coenzyme Q10, these are always sold out. So when you get them, you're better off buying them in bulk. That's what I've found out recently. And Evening Primrose is something that my mum used to always go on about, like when she was in her 40s. It's really, really important for women to be taking this type of supplement. I'm not 40 yet. I will be this year. But lots of women have been taking it for many, many decades. And it helps with this. And this ashwagandha, I can't fucking pronounce this. We'll just call it the vitamin that I can't fucking pronounce. This has been proven to help with cognitive issues. It's also overall health, immune system, immune boost. So I was like, why the fuck not? Because my brain needs it, my overall health needs it, and I have noticed a difference while taking it. So these are the supplements that I take on a daily basis. Like I said, even when I'm not training, I still take all my supplements, and I take everything that I take on training days, on non-training days, because even though I'm not physically training, my body is working and repairing itself after a training session. So the drinks that I do drink are bulk, clear, all in one way. My favourite flavours are, this one is blue raspberry and the other one is apple and blackcurrant. Both I've tasted, I tried my vitamins, and my vitamins had a ton of different flavours from their vegan range to their regular range. Now, they don't always tell you exactly what sweetener they use, and this is a pet peeve and a really fucking annoyance. that they do that, because I ordered like 20 different sample sachets and I could only drink 3 of them because they didn't tell me about the sweetener. It wasn't labelled on it, and I actually messaged them and said that, and I've messaged Skinny as well about this, that they need to be more understanding that not all sweeteners help people. They can also have an effect where it can have such an effect on their body that it can stall their weight loss, stall their training journey, and it can stall them on their overall health. And I am like that with Asfalsum K and Aspark Me. And don't come for me and say, oh, you're this and that. And it affects people with autoimmune conditions, simple as that. I've experienced it myself. And just because it doesn't work for me doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. And that's what I'm trying to say. Just be aware when you're looking at things and trying to get the ingredients, that's all. And when I see people on Instagram talking about products, I ask them, can they tell me what ingredients are in them? And people have taken pictures on the back to show me this is in it, that's in it, and then that's okay. I don't know how difficult it is for a company not to do that, just taking a picture of the labels, because some companies do that, show you a picture of the bottle, of the ingredients, and of the dietary chart on the side that literally tells you everything that's in it, the contents and the ingredients, etc., and the amounts. But they don't always do it. My vitamins, I am not one of those people who can put their pre-workout or put their whey into a shaker and just shake it. I am not one of those savages. I can't do that because I can't deal with lumps, even with having the sort of bottles that I use, that the shakers I use have got the little blendy thing inside them. No, I can't. I cannot. No, I don't like lumps in my shake. That floors, that's what it reminds me of. It's just not nice. So with bulk, all I do is put 2 scoops of the all-in-one whey and 500 ml of water, and I put it in my Ninja blender, and I blend it up that way, and then I put it in the fridge, and then later on, obviously, the foam turns to the shake because you've blitzed it on the crazy Ninja that is very powerful and very noisy. But bulk is, out of my vitamins, I just got so annoyed with them that I didn't do a full review a few months back because of I couldn't drink them, so I couldn't give them a proper review, so I was just really pissed off about it. Bulk, like I said, use clear all-in-one whey, and I use the cleared whey as well. Cleared whey has less protein. The protein for a 50 gram serving of this is 29 grams of protein. I think 20 grams of protein you get from just the regular all-in-one whey. So that's what I use. Like, I have them one in the morning when I'm having my bath, my peppermint tea. I have a clear whey all-in-one, and then throughout the day I tend to have up to 3 of them, just so I can stay at the level of protein in grams that I need. For every pound of weight you weigh is a gram of protein. So if you weighed 190 pounds, you'd eat 190 grams of protein. That's how it works. So to stay on top, I try, and I usually have some sort of option. I also eat things like bresaola, which is a cured meat. It's 80 grams usually in a packet. I only usually get it at Christmas time a lot, the winter months, in Lidl, and I never seen it in Marks and Spencer's this year either. But it's really good for people on keto and carnivore as well. It's high protein, and it's got no fat either, even though there's a lot of people who do lower fat keto. And then there's also, oh my goodness, there's another cured meat I absolutely love. Oh my goodness, and it's fatty, but it's delicious. Oh my goodness, it'll come to me. But that's the 10 of things I have. I tend to have high protein meats like that have got less I limit my dairy. That's another thing that I do. I limit dairy. I measure everything that I eat. Everything that I put in my mouth, I measure. Because I'd rather have a little of something that I really enjoy rather than going overboard and binging and eating it all, because I know I'm not the only person who has issues with food and really bad relationships with food. So I'd rather have a little than go overboard and not bother my arse. During the festive period and having the infection in my jaw, I haven't really been able to eat, and I've not wanted to eat, but I've had to push myself to drink like protein shakes and eat soft foods. The soft food still isn't really happening, but I'm still drinking, making sure I'm hitting as much of my protein as I can for now, because I can't chew still. It's still difficult to chew, but I'm getting there. But out of all these supplements, do you think I've used too many? I know fine well there's at least one person I know in my real life who will probably say I'm making expensive pee. Yes, we get it, Sheldon. So, do you use anywhere near? Do you use more than this? Do you think that I'm crazy and I'm literally making expensive pee? Is there anything that you would suggest that I try that would help with my training? There's only one other company that I'm going to say that I absolutely did love and enjoyed the products, enjoyed the customer services, and that was Myoband. It's a company in the UK, and their pre-intra workout drink is called Oblivion. I actually think I have a container here. Yeah, I did. I still have it because it's a really good, intra post workout. If I can get it to sit here. So this is my favorite flavors were blood orange, English apple, and blackcurrant. I used to use this constantly. It's very dusty. It's been in the cupboard, but this is the only one I've been able to put two scoops into, and then shake it in my shaker, because they don't use the crappy binders like most people use that actually cause the allergies. And that's why I had issues with their protein bars, because they use a filler and a sweetener that I can't use, and it's not worth it for me to feel awful. So Myoband, if you can get a hold of them, they are great, and they also have a really good protein powder as well. It's like a really souped up protein powder that a lot of people use. I get introduced to these by Eddie Hall, World's Strongest Man. Eddie the Beast, Hall. He used to use Myoband, and when I started watching a lot of his videos and stuff during the apocalypse. I got so much information and laughs all at the same time. But yeah, Myoband, absolutely love them. But I had issues with them during lockdown. I couldn't get the flavours that I liked, and it was becoming more and more of a hassle. Any issues that I did have with them, however, they phoned me personally and tried to sort everything else they could out, and can't complain and fault them over that. They take what their customers say, they take it and they try and evolve and they try and make it better. And that's one thing that I've got to say about them. They are probably the best company that I've actually dealt with again in a really long time, because it's personalised, and I think that's what things are missing these days. You don't appreciate your customers, and you can't believe you're in your customer base. So yes, Myoband is my second favourite to my bulk. If I could get the flavours for Myoband, I would most likely go back to Myoband, because their flavours are really good. But it's again the price. I don't know how much it is now. It was kind of went up in price like most things. Maybe I really missed the blood orange flavour. It was freaking ridiculously good. I do miss it. I do. Now I just think I'm going to buy some Oblivion now, most likely. So we're almost at the 30-minute mark. I just wanted to show you a little bit of what I take, for my training, for my skincare, for my overall health. maybe it will help you, maybe it won't. There's no rants in this video really at all, other than the fact of shitty customer services, but hey, that's how that's how these reviews start. Shitty customer services usually, or lack of. So, are you starting a new health, fitness journey, wellness journey this year, this new year of 2023? Are you adapting your wellness or fitness? Or are you going on a fat loss journey? Or are you in maintenance? That would be cool. Maintenance and maintaining your weight or maintaining your physique and maybe working on something else to do with your training journey, because it's not a race. We're in this for life, to adapt, change, rebuild and get stronger. I would really like to do a pull-up. That's my big thing. Doing a pull-up independently without support. So I'm building an upper body and a stronger core. I start my Evolve-You 2-week challenge, which is another thing. I'm going to do a review on Evolve-You because I've been using them for Evolve-You. Yes, I have. Sorry, someone just messaged me and I was more interested in the text there. First world problems. So Evolve-You, I'm just going into my app. If you can see it, this is Evolve-You. And I'm having a much needed rest because of the antibiotics. They're making me loopy as hell, and there's no much point in lifting heavy weights to squoon myself with a hex dumbbell or something. That's just not going to work. I'd rather just take the rest, recover, and go back with the new challenge. So I've been using this app for almost 2 years. Is it 2 years? I think it is. Coming up to the 2-year mark. Absolutely love it. And the community is nothing like anything I've ever experienced. So if you want to join Evolve-You, you can sign up for like 2 weeks, or if you can send you a link if you want as well, because I can give, is it 2 weeks? I can gift a 2-week thing, I think. You usually can for friends, etc. It's a really good app, really good community. It's got workouts, nutrition. You can even speak to the community on their little threads and stuff. They're also very good in social media and Instagram. On YouTube, Chrissy is actually the person who started this, Chrissy Chella, and she's awesome. I actually am doing Melissa's, which is more building muscle. She does a lot of things with running and things like that as well. And I'm also doing it with Bar, which is with Emily. So I'm quite excited about that. Something different. And I start next Wednesday, which I'm really excited. On the 9th. Well, it starts on the 9th, but I'll be starting on the Wednesday of that week, because my training starts on Wednesday. It's just the way I like to do it. So, what are your challenges? Do you have any challenges, or do you still do resolutions? Tell me in the comments. Again, you can comment, like, share, subscribe, or whatever. Even if you leave a mean comment, a comment's a comment. And we have Instagram. And again, Twitch will happen hopefully in the next week or two. And I still don't know how the fuck to use Twitter. Maybe I'll learn to use Twitter. Never know. But this is my supplements, my wellness, my health, my skincare, my snacks, and part of my journey, which is now we're in year... I think we're coming up almost in year 3. I'm mostly doing it to be stronger physically. For days that I'm not as strong as I wish, I'm doing it. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to be stronger. And I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for anybody else. So, yeah. The only other thing I forgot to say is that I use... There's 2 things I forgot. If I can actually find it. This and this. So, the only other 2 things I forgot were this, which is Mineral Republic's electrolyte powder, and I use these. I get these from Lidl, but you can use like Baroka or CIS or anything like that. But it's basically just vitamin C. And this, I drink this when I'm training, just because, again, hydration and also immune support. So that's the two other things that I do take. And I drink that in a shaker bottle, and then I top up with San Pellegrino, the black cherry, and pomegranate water. And that's what I drink when I'm training. And I'm going to wrap up because it's 35 minutes now, holy shit. So, again, if you're doing something new, if you are gaining muscle, or you're losing weight, or you're in maintenance, or you're just not sure what to do, comment below, let me know. Well, today is the 2nd, and it's almost 6 o'clock, which means I need to get my shit together and edit and upload and also game and do live stuff. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one.